Hey guys, it's Sam and welcome back to the BulbaSquad. Today we'll be doing another installment of the progression series on how to sell, buy, all that. So today we're actually doing one of the ones that's been requested quite a bit. When do you know it's time to sell your collection or pieces of or an item, okay? So I have 5 things I want to talk about. 5 major points when it comes to selling. Alright? Now let's begin, go down the list. Don't worry. I'm going to talk about this at the end of the video, explain how this all works. This is going to tie in directly into my points. Number 1, never sell without a plan for the money. Alright? What that means is don't just sell it and then go out for a night on the town with the boys. Don't go spend it on ladies of the night. Don't go messing around and doing some naughty stuff with that money, alright? Do not turn your investment, your profit, whatever, into zero, alright? Don't throw it away, please. Have a plan for it. Decide, alright, where am I going to allocate this money? What specific purpose do I have for this money? Why am I actually liquidating right now? Is it because I think that this item is not going to grow anymore? If so, what's your rationale? Like, really talk through it, maybe talk to someone who knows. And if you're going to put into this item, why are you doing this? Do you think it's going to appreciate faster? Do you think it's going to be more reliable? Or are you just listening to the market? So really think for yourself. Run it through properly. Always have a plan for the money and make sure you put it somewhere that is going to benefit you in the long run. Now, number 2, try to buy 2 or more of the items. For example, Monarch with me right now. The reason you want to buy 2 or more, I understand. You're not going to be able to buy 2 of everything. Like, for perfect example, I cannot afford 2 Crucible 4 boxes. Alright? It's just like a general tip, if possible. The reason you want to do that is you don't want to be at the mercy of the market. By having only 1 box, you're going to be stressing. You're going to be wondering, is this the peak? Is this as high as it goes? Is it about to drop? Can I wait a little bit longer? Can I make more money? Oh my God, you're going to keep yourself up at night. It is not worth it. By having 2, you don't have to worry. You can see a price you're very happy with and go, I'm going to sell now, all right? I'm going to sell now and actually break even and make some profit, potentially, so I have no skin in the game. And the second box is pure profit. You don't even have to think about it. Number 3, do not listen to market noise. All right? Do you hear me? Do not listen to the Timmies. Don't you do... I know you're panicking. I know you're panicking because vintage is dropping, all right? Don't you sell. All right? You hear me? Don't you do it. Do not listen to the market. Why? If you follow the market, you're never going to be happy. If the market is right and the prices go up, you're not going to give yourself the credit. In the back of your mind, you're going to know all you did was be a Timmy, follow the other Timmies. It's just herd mentality, you know. Like, no, don't do that. And if it goes down, you're going to beat yourself up because, again, the herd let you astray. They messed it up. They got it wrong. So no matter what, you're not going to be happy. You want it to be from yourself. You want to control your money, not let some strangers on Reddit, on our pokey investors, tell you what to do. All right? Number 4, remember your exit fees. So before we dive too much deeper into that, first and foremost, if you buy a box, let's say a $100 booster box, right out the gate, you're technically in the negative by about 20%. Why? eBay fee is going to be 12.9%. I don't know how much TCG Player is. And PayPal is going to be about 2.9% plus 30 cents. You need to remember this. It's not a pretty reality, but you need to remember it. You can try to bypass it, but exit fees equal security. That's what it is. You are paying this extra money to get protection from getting hosed as easily. Obviously, eBay isn't a perfect platform. Obviously, PayPal, goods and services, isn't perfect. But what are you going to do if you sell a box off the markets, doing it off the books, and you get hosed? What are you going to do? You're not going to take justice into your own hands. There's nothing you can do. They're going to screw you. So just be okay paying those exit fees. And back to what I was saying, you're going to be down 20%. So you remember, you need that item to appreciate a certain amount until you can break even. Getting a 10% growth on a $100 item, getting into $110, you've technically not gained anything. You're just slightly less in the negative because you're going to spend, what, a booster box cost me about $8 to ship, so it's going to be about, what would that be, 19 bucks? So you're going to be about $91, so about down by 9%. See what I mean? Account for that. Don't just flip and not realize that. Be okay with the exit fees. You got to pay them in most markets, all right? If you're using a broker, they're going to take some form of exit fees. If you're selling a real estate house, you got closing fees. You have all of these fees you got to deal with. Just, it's okay. If you want to bypass them, fine. But accept that if you get hosed, it's going to be so much worse if you get hosed there because there's no one covering you. And now, number 5. All right? Don't beat yourself up if you mess up and sell too early. All right? You hear me? Do not beat yourself up if you sell too early. Let me show you something. I know a lot of you have probably made little mistakes, sold slightly too early, messed up, whatever. But I'll give you a perfect example. Evolutions. Yes, I sold Evolutions too early. Rudy sold Evolutions way too early. Evolutions. Whenever it was going up, I sold some at 360, and I sold a bunch going from 360 all the way up to $1,000. In total, I left about $3,000 on the table because I messed up with those sales. But that's okay. And I'm here to tell you, it's okay to mess up with the sale. Everyone's always so fixated on, oh my God, that person made like $100 more on that sale than me. Oh my God, I did not sell at the best possible price that I could have. Don't beat yourself up about it. You're probably not going to get even into the top 10 highest prices that will ever be for the item. Hell, maybe not even the top 50. Accept that. And that's okay. It's okay to mess up and not get the highest price. So long as you did not listen to the market. If you did, it's still okay. Just take what you learned from it. Realize, I messed up. I screwed up. That's what I did. I listened to everyone. People are saying it's going to crash. It's going to go down. It's inflated. People are going to reprint it. All this mess. Like, everyone was saying all of these things. And I got caught up in it. And I screwed up. But from that, I learned, don't listen to the market noise. And number 2, make sure you still have a plan for the product, for the money you just made. Now let's get into my points for the background. All of that money I just talked about, that Evolutions made me, this is where it ended up. I bought a bunch of Shiny Star V booster boxes, which I didn't know that there was a first edition and unlimited, so I got a bunch of first edition. This beautiful Nessa box, those pink collections you see up there, this Generations ETB, this red and blue collection box, and the super premium Generations power box, whatever that thing is called. It's got such a stupid name. All of that came from my sales. And yes, technically I would have made more money if I just held on to the boxes and then sold slightly later on. But I still made money here because I had a plan for the money. I knew where I wanted to put it. I'd already done the research. I realized it's probably going to appreciate, so I should go for it. And that's fine. And guess what? I was right. I didn't have the best increase. I didn't make the best sales. But I got this. And let's be honest. This has not moved by like any. It has not gone down. That has been bouncing around like a bungee cord. Next. Remember what I said about buying 2 or more if possible? That's what I did. These boxes, Ancient Origins, That was my first usage of the spider system, my testing phase, as you could say. I bought 2. Now I have the mobility to, even though this is 7x since I last bought it, or 8x, I'm not sure, it's weird. I have the ability to sell this off, hold this and go, I don't care what price it goes to, it's pure profit. I already locked it in, I don't gotta think about it. You see where that usefulness comes? I don't gotta stay up at night. I don't even have to think about it. If I really just, let's say theoretically, I get the chance to buy, again, theoretically, 100 stamp boxes at $80 a box or $70 a box. I could just sell one of these off, get the money, put it into that. And guess what? I still got one. And lastly, Monarch. Remember, Flesh and Blood, very risky. Even though I'm a shill for it, this is super risky. Even though Rudy's a shill for it, it's risky. Don't forget that, all right? I'm buying all these because I can staircase my sales. Let's say theoretically, this hits $800. I go, all right, it's time for me to sell. So I sell one. Now it pays for 2 other boxes the moment I've done that. That's less I've got in the game. All right, it hits $1,000. I sell this off, it pays for everything I've got left. Fantastic. Now I can either keep staircasing it and keep pulling money out, or I can sit on it. I have the mobility to sell as I see fit. You see where that really comes in handy? But at the end of all this, if you take one thing away from this entire video and my 5 points and you decide to disregard literally everything else, please do not forget my last point. All right? No, point number 1. Never sell without a plan for the money. If you do that, you'll most likely throw your money and time away. You do not want to do that. Time is the one commodity we cannot get back. Number 2, try to buy 2 or more of the item. So that way you have more freedom. You don't have to keep yourself up at night. Number 3, do not listen to the Timmies. Do not listen to the market noise. Number 4, remember your exit fees. Account for them. Make sure you have enough growth. And make sure you really think about, are you going to bypass those and abandon the security? Or are you just going to go with it? That's a personal decision. And number 5, it's okay to mess up. It is okay to sell too early. It is okay to just screw up. Even if it's not just in selling, if it's just in a purchase, it's okay to screw up, all right? People don't say that enough. Society doesn't say that enough. Hell, even friends and family don't tell you that enough sometimes. So I guess I'll say it. It's okay to screw up. If you sell too early, if you buy something that goes down, whatever you do, the only thing that you should really, really focus on doing and beat yourself, maybe even beat yourself up a little bit about if you don't do it, take a lesson away from that. Take a lesson away from your mess up. These points I just made, I got those because of my screw-ups. Rudy has screwed up. He tried selling Pokemon at a loss, couldn't do it, throw it in the bathroom, and he just so happened to get really lucky and make a ton of money. You want a bigger one? SM Pratt, first edition PSA 10 Charizard. $365. That's how much he sold one at. You want to talk about my $3,000 loss, or $3,000 left on the table, not really loss. SM Pratt left, what would that be, like 329,900, like 600 and, what would that be, $25 on the table? Just imagine that. And look at them, it's fine, they grew. The difference between us and a Timmy is we're actually taking lessons away from these mistakes. We're not focusing on them. We're not just ignoring them, not taking anything out of them, or just whatever. So again, it's okay to screw up. I hope you take that point away from this at least. Now, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.